My name is Thulani Totsibukhudi. I'm from Dobsonville Extension 2 in Soweto. Here I'm at FRC Recovery Center. Here I'm just going to talk about my life, a little bit about my life. Most of my life I never knew anything or anybody. I was that guy who used to isolate himself. But today I think I know who I am because of the treatment I got here in FRC. I'm a proud recovering addict for 2 months and 27 days. Now being here in FRC from the 31st of August, I also asked to be admitted, but I was not on that list. I was supposed to wait for 4 months. But with the grace of God, somebody out there refused this chance to come to this FRC, and they gave me that chance. Even though my social workers there outside, they don't know where I am. But by the grace of God, I have social workers here. I'm in a safe house. I have everything. First day when I got here, my big brother, there's another brother of mine whose name is Moau, gave me a hug, gave me love. He showed me love. Each and every day I'm doing my step work, I'm getting classes. I also reflect to the higher power of my own understanding because I was spiritually broken. I was mentally obsessed. I was physically allergic. So going back to the 24 years of my drug of choice, that's a hell, Buffy. Oh, ikabatile batswadi ba ka ba ke ba hata. Ikabatile my loved ones. But today, to all of you, I'm asking for your forgiveness. But one thing for sure that I know, I need to forgive myself because I was not born that way. You know, being an addict, like a recovering addict like me, it gives me freedom. Today, I can enjoy life just sipping on juice, just sipping on Coke, just washing somebody else's feet. You know, being here in recovery. Once in my lifetime, when I was still in a Christian house where I got morals and ethics from my home, I was once washed my feet, but I never understood what they were doing for me. And that one, I got it also from the Bible. They say Jesus washed his disciples, and practically my priest from the church that I was in, from an Anglican church, he washed my feet also. But I never understood. But today, being here in FRC in Niger, the Saturday from which I was on the 21st, we were in Heidelberg. I washed somebody's feet. I saw love. Somebody out there never got that treatment. Today, we call it being manicured or pedicured. And it's very expensive, but I did it for free, and somebody else has got it for free. But it was not only about free service, it was about love. You know, touching somebody else's feet. Just think about that. But for me, it was about love. Going back again to those 24 years of mine, I was on the streets also, guys. Was starting. I used to carry a big Sasol bag. A gentleman like me who had an N4 of mechanotech, a professional chefing, but it never worked for me because that best thinking of me got me here. But today I know what I want, and I know my short-term goals and my long-term goals, because most of the time that I spend it on the streets. I spend it with my active drug friends. But today I know I need to have new associates, people who are not using anymore, and people who have a desire to stop using the drugs. I smoked nyaupe and crack for 24 years. Nobody never saw that from me because I thought it was cool. I had nicknames, but they never worked for me. I was living a life of somebody else out there. Bengitshontsha ekhaya. Abantu bengibathembile, bengibalimaza. Abantu engibathandayo, bengibarobha. Ama-drugs angifundise ijele. I also got a sentence for using. I also got a sentence for housebreaking and a house burglary. Inside there, I had to buy a mask. Never survived the way I survived. I had to become an active gangster member also. And it never bought me anything. What it bought me, it only bought me a mask and scars on my face and scars in my heart. But today, even though the movie is always going to play, I need to forget. I need to let go and let the good orderly direction. I meet God. You know, living this way is very remarkable, very wonderful. But that 24 years that I'm talking about, I never wasted anything. God wanted me to know what I need to know. A true testimony. That is me, Thulani, a proud recovering addict. And on that 24 years also, my short-term goals is to acquire skills from this place where I am, FRC, and they are providing one. My long-term goal, I need to motivate. I want to also motivate the still suffering brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, babies who are born to this active addiction of ours. And addiction is not only about drugs, guys. You need to understand that. Get people who are addicted to sex, addicted to drugs, addicted to expensive clothing, addicted to food. But you need to understand that where I come from. But my choice was the drugs, mind-altering substances. So that 24 years, now I'm going to change that 24 years to make it, I don't know, by the grace of God, just living a day by day, not never, even once, using drugs again. I was using heroin and crack cocaine. For 24 years. But before that 24 years, I was using marijuana. I started with marijuana, some smokes, escalated to Mendrax, and then the Mendrax was not never enough for me because I have a problem of addiction. I always add in action what I do. Oh. So it escalated. 1999, I started experiencing a little bit with heroin. So it was very dangerous that time. You'd smoke one today, tomorrow when you touch a glass of water, already it wakes up again. Oh. So it escalated, and that drug, they reduced the substance they put in. But that drug made me broken. It made me broke spiritually. It made my mind to be obsessed, doing one thing at a all over again. It made my physical appearance to change. I had allergies that I never had before. So now I know today that I have a chronic disease, which is addiction, and I need to always remember the movie is always going to play. But just living a day by day program, I know that I will live a long life being sober and enjoying life without the use of drugs.
Manje mawuthi una 24 years usebenzisa, how old are you and uqale ukusebenzisa at what age?
This year I'm turning 41 on the 3rd of November. And that's why I said for that 24 years, nobody could never recognize that I was using drugs. Because I had the best treatment at home. I had the best of the best actually in my life. So it was only me chasing away the best of the best treatment I got. Best school, best treatments, the best health, the best support. By the way, my mom passed away when I was 10 years old. But my grand, she's the pillar of my life. She's one of my 5 pillars which I'm using today. And based on that 5 pillars, it's my grandmom, She's my sponsor. She's my family. She's my friend. She's my everything. But today, I know it's all about me. Because, some things I cannot change. The way people think about me and what. But the only thing, I need the courage to change me. And only the wisdom from God to know the difference. That's why I'm always inviting that guy. Because it's the guy who sees me nude. And I started using drugs, experiencing drugs when I was 13 years old, doing grade 8 in Bosmont, RW Fig. But I was experiencing, I wanted to fit in. So I was not using hardcore drugs, but I was using Taha, and it's also a drug because it escalated my addiction to the different drugs, to Mendrax, to heroin, and crack. Sure. 2000 I studied, from 2000 I studied about cars, motor mechanics. So after N3, you are now a degree mechanotech technology. So it never worked for me. It wasn't something, actually, doing something for somebody. It was not for me. I was called to do something else. I also went for professional chefing, learning about food nutrition, learning about different kinds of healthy stuff. But it never worked for me. Today I'm here. It made even my life to be unmanageable. But today, when I'm telling you about my 24 years of drug using, that 24 years of drug using, I only know that and the best about the streets. So, for an example, Saturday, there was another brother of mine where we went to wash our brother's feet. That brother was there outside. He never knew where he was, but he knew where he was. But some of us guys, we like mocking. We have that ego. Like today, you can see me, I shower, I'm clean, but I forgot where I come from. So I'll mock another brother of mine, forgetting that I come from where he is. He hasn't made that step. He hasn't admitted already. He hasn't surrendered. But he needs somebody out there to talk to him. I went to that brother and talked to him. That brother, when I saw him, his name is, I still remember his name. He's from Niger. That guy is from Heidelberg. No, Heidelberg. I'm from Niger now in FRC. That guy reminded me when I was also in the streets, when somebody from another church took me from the streets and brought me in the safe walls of recovery. I was thinking, I had a size 40 on me of pants. I had 2 different kinds of floppies. I don't know what kind of stench I had that time. But you know what they gave me? They never gave me food first. They never gave me clothes. They never gave me money. But they gave me love. They gave me a hug whilst I was still thinking. Some of our brothers, like on weekend where we went to, they were fortunate they had clothes, new clothes on them. They had food. They had to take a shower. I even washed their feet. They got manicures. They got a new haircut. They even got the word of God. A 2-minute, 15 minutes of ministry. I never got that. I only got a hug from somebody who was smelling an expensive cologne whilst I was thinking. I never also understood, but today I understand what they were showing me. And those people are from my community. And thanks God for having such people, even though they gave me tough love. But that tough love, it simply shows unconditional love. Even though I was sleeping on the streets, smelling like a dump site, always carrying a sasol bag. I'd steal from anybody, I'd rob from anybody, but they gave me love. They gave me a hug. Going to jail, number one, is only man, because I'm a man. First time I went to jail, it was in 1997, in Diambo. But today they used to call it Posasa. The youth training center for the young guys while you are still underage. I used to braid my hair. So being our locals, you are regarded like a gay or you look like a girl, you know. Why I mentioned I had to buy a mask. I was very handsome at a very young age. Any girl would throw herself to me. So itengena ngalela safe place. Another guy saw me like I'm a girl. Oh, ngoba impression angiphe yona. It was an observing room for the first guys. I went there with my cousin. We went there for stealing somebody else's watch, but that watch we never stole it. It was part of my experience, what I need to go through. That guy, he proposed to me. So I was asking myself, it was the first time. I have uncles who were active in gangsterism. So I asked myself, yo, this guy, what does he see from me? I also have something that is God. I went to my brothers out at lunchtime and talked with my brothers from that side because we had brothers from our locality in that safe place. We were there for murder. I was there for theft. I asked them what was going on. Do you guys niphila kanje nishela amanye ama-out kanti kahle kwenzakalani yabo? So ama-out bangibonisa ukuthi hayi Brian, now you need to man up ngoba thina ekasi asiyenzi into kanje yabo. So I asked myself, yo, what's happening? Ngoba ngiyolala kuleya ndlu leya yabo, in that room, and ngithi ngiyabona si-3 kuleya room with that guy yabo. Okay, I went back to that room after our supper. Going back to that room, I had a very dangerous mind that I never knew where I got it. That guy told me, you need to sleep over here, I sleep over there. And when he comes back, it's either we sleep together on one bed or I sleep on the floor. And when I checked that room, there were more than like 10 beds. I can even choose one for myself. And when I came to that place, they said I'm in a safe place. I said, this guy, he will see who I am today. Oh, but I never had that thing in my heart. Oh, we have kettles to plug water. We have a coffee station inside there. We have sugar. We have syrup. So this thing, I once saw it from somewhere in my family whilst using my family members. That guy went to a shower. Plug amanzi mina lapha kwi-coffee station. I'm like I was doing coffee. I poured all of the sugar inside the kettle. I boiled that water. When it was about to boil and switch itself up, I opened that kettle. It went on boiling. A mixture of sugar and water, boiling water. When it came out, I never had a heart to ask, or I never had a heart to tell him, or fuck off, bruh. I just poured that water on that bar, and even today, it still scares me. How can I do such thing to some God's creation? But I needed to survive. I don't know what that guy was going to do to me. Today, that guy has got a scar, even if he's still alive. But maybe with God's grace, he's still alive. But I'm definitely sure when he goes to the mirror, he always says, Thulani did me. His skin was about to be melting. He was the one who was holding the key from that cell. We used to lock ourselves inside there. He was my captain. He was somebody who was trusted with my safety on that place. But it was somebody like me, another thief from somewhere. But today, I was the one on that day who took the key from his locker and opened the door when he got out with emergency. And I was punished for it. But he was still in a safe place and I was still young. And by the grace of God, when I went for my trial, because I was underage and I was under social workers and I was still under my parents' care, they made amends. I went outside. But I never listened. It escalated also. I started now housebreaking. I got 6 years for housebreaking. It was a business burglar, actually. That house was a business place. So the sentence was for business burglar for 6 years. But before I went for that one, I joined the gang, which was a number. But that number, we have codes and we have oaths and we have secrets that we need to keep to ourselves. But I'll tell you, it's about a gang to be safe in jail. Jail is not safe. It's not for boys. It's for men. And even if you can see also our clothes there, they say corrections. And nobody's going to correct you there. It's an individual who needs to correct himself from the mind. Because today I know that this mind is the powerhouse. And it tells this mom, the heart, where we are going. And the son, it's me, Thulani. So I had choices then. I chose to be in a gang rival. Being on that 6 years, I committed murder inside a facility. But I'm not scared to talk about that because I had to go through that. I'm not proud of doing it, but today I know God, when I asked Him for forgiveness, He forgave me. Because somebody out there shed his tears, blood, and his body for me. I think God wanted me to go through that curve so that tomorrow I'll tell you about this active gangster. Today I'm not an active gangster member also, but I used to be active. The mask that I was talking about that I bought got me scars. I never had broken teeth. I never had scars on my head. I never had scars in front of my body. But today, I have those scars because of gangsterism. You hurt somebody inside jail, you will get hurt. And that is part and parcel of our oaths. That's why I'm saying some things, they are meant to be left there. But by saying this, I'll tell you, it's all up to an individual. We have choices. I chose that way in case of survival. I was an isolated guy. I was a shy guy. I was a handsome boy. So I needed that protection. I needed to prove myself. I needed to fit somewhere. And fitting somewhere there, we use drugs. We use knives. We use weapons. God gave me 10 commandments. There I'll tell you we have 228 oaths from somebody, from somewhere. Because when I remember well, those forefathers of ours, grandfathers of ours, they were fighting for something. Today, I don't know why I was fighting for inside that safe place. If I see somebody with a cigarette, I need to rob him. And it's not the way. It's not the way. That's why I'm saying, not meant for me to say. But I was also an active gangster member. And today I'm proud to be a non-gangster member. Those oaths I now know I have to build a palace for me here outside, and God, with God's help, He will provide. Sure.
That's two questions, nah?
Sharp, sharp.
Number one, you said you keep on mentioning that you are handsome. You not believe that you're still handsome?
I'm still handsome.
Okay. Because I hear you will say.
You know why I was saying like that, ne? When I look at myself and looking at the past, there's something different. I never had scars on my mouth, short teeth, or scars on my head. You was very, very handsome.
Usababamba, bo.
Even today, but I need to I need to focus me on I need to focus on me, myself, and I. But I need what? Because God, when He created me, He said, bruh, you are bored. You need that long lost rib of yours. So I need to have one. But now I'm focusing on myself here at FRC. But someday, maybe for my weekend out, I'll tell you another story, my brothers, that I have the long lost rib. With my plan for the future, like I said, I know the streets more than me. I know my brothers who are using more than me. From 13 years of age till 41 years of age, I know the streets. So I think I can best talk to another suffering addict out there to be like me. Today I'm 2 months again and 27 days clean and just living a day by day program. I know that I will prosper, living life with new associates, people who are not using drugs anymore, and me not using anymore. Recommending for people to come to FRC. That's the best one. I'm having the best time of my life here. For me being here for 3 weeks, I've already went somewhere and washing somebody else's feet. For me being here, I've already went outside for the clinic for 3 times. The best treatment I had. For me here, I have 5 meals a day. I'm grateful for that because I know somebody out there is paying for me to be here. For me to be here, I'm getting some change in my pocket to buy me my sweets there, to buy me my cold drink, to buy me anything that I want. I have coffee in my locker. I have milk in my locker. I have somebody who's giving the program to me with love. I have somebody out there who's looking after me. I have the best security in this place.
So, favor Kaizer Chiefs, man.
Yeah, I favor Kaizer Chiefs.
Are you proud?
And I'm proud because I'm a Kosi for life.
Because if like,
Sharp, right?
and thank you very much for giving us your time and inspiring others out there. I just want to make it clear what it's not. This is not for enhancing or glorifying the crime and the drugs and everything. It's to inspire someone that change is possible.
Like saying change is possible, my partner. All of those years when I was using, I had a big. I don't even know how to mention it. It was not good for me. I used to dance with the devil. I was thinking like a damn sight. I did all of the awful things that I regret. But I don't regret. I said it was my learning curve. Thulani taught Sibuhu. It was my learning curve. So that today I can inspire somebody out there to get recovered. And then no admitting that you are powerless over your addiction. And my life became unmanageable. Recovery is then possible. And with that way, I'll close by giving you a short prayer, which I always pray each and every morning when I wake up. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Stick around. Yeah. Show everybody, my name is Thulani, a proud recovering addict. Please share, subscribe, and like, because freedom is possible. And nothing beats freedom.